Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, Brad, we're going to talk about ankylosing spondylitis. We're going to show you an exercise program, a stretch program that you can do both seated, and then we're going to show you another one that you can do laying down on the floor in your bed.
Okay.
So we're not going to spend a lot of time on what ankylosing spondylitis is. We assume that the fact is that you came to this channel, or this video, that you know what it is. It's an inflammatory process of the spine, ligaments, and after a while, everything can kind of fuse.
Right.
And a lot of times what we see, what position they end up in. Yep.
Right.
And it's like the spine almost becomes bamboo looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So we want to get it mobile and keep it mobile for as long as you can.
What you're going to notice, the common theme among all these exercises is to try to get everything straight, the spine straight, the neck over the shoulders, everything, trying to keep in good alignment as long as possible. There's no cure for it, but you can stop it from, fusing into a bad position.
Right. So you want to manage it as best you can.
Right.
So we're going to show you that. But wait, Bob.
If you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day.
Good.
And go over to the Facebook and like us. Yes, we know it's not the Facebook, it's Facebook, but we still want you to like us, nonetheless.
Wow. Did you practice that last night?
No, I didn't. Okay, we got the words really rolling here. All right, number one. Okay, this is the seated position. Now, you can do this a couple times a day, and it should only take you about 3 minutes once you start getting it down.
Sure.
Number one, the hallelujah stretch. You're just going to go ahead and stretch back over the chair a couple times. 1, 2, 3. Again, you're expanding the chest, getting the back stretched. All right, then you can also stretch the chest muscle itself just by grabbing behind like this, Brad, and pulling back. Yeah, like this. You can sit forward in the chair a little bit, or do it one of the ways. Yeah. All right, moving on. We're going to do this. Is actually, you're going to go ahead and take a triangle. And I want you to stand up for this one, Brad, right in front of the chair.
Okay.
And you can just make a triangle with your hand, and you're going to push up like this, and then you're going to push up towards the ceiling. Just really extends the back, extends the chest, opens the chest up.
And make sure you think about your breathing. You're not having shallow breathing. You're relaxing your breath and get some deep breaths in and exhale. It's going to help that chest do its thing.
Yeah, because the ribs tend to get tight in this condition too. It can affect the ribs. All right, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to work the neck. We're going to side bend to one direction, and then side bend in the other direction. Yeah, we can do, we can do each of these like 3 times. All right, then you're going to go ahead and lift one arm up, because a lot of times the shoulders get tight, Brad.
Yep.
You want to bring that up as far as you can, and then rotate towards that side at the same time. So we get that neck rotation and the arm flexion at the same time. And you can do the other side. Flex, rotate to that side. Flex, rotate to that side. Now, with very good posture, I want you to go ahead and you can put your hands up here like this, or you can put them to the fist like this, and you can just rotate and work on rotation.
And this works better if you're on a solid base than a rotating chair. It
Right.
gets a little more rotation in the spine.
Yeah, it's a very good point, Brad, because a lot of times it's just chairs rotating along with you.
Right.
All right, next one, Brad. You're just going to work on, again, it can affect the hips too, Brad. So we're going to go ahead and work on hip external rotation. So you just cross your legs, and you're going to gently push down on the knee here. We can do this a number of times, just to get a good stretch here. Every chance Brad gets, he tries to show off some skin there.
Yeah.
You notice that?
You know why I did that, Bob.
Right now, people all over America are vomiting.
Well, one way or another, it's got to come up.
All right, now a hip flexor stretch, another one. This is a muscle that tends to get tight on you, and it pulls you over. So an easy one to do is just put your foot up on the chair like this. It works out good. You can do it on the front of the chair, Brad, like this. Does this make sense? Yeah, and then you can just kind of lean forward like this, and you're stretching out that hip into extension.
All right. I'd like to show them on this leg. I can get the back of the chair out of the way, so we're going like this. Hand here, stretching, and getting that hip to go back and stretching back.
Yeah, be careful on a rolling chair. We don't want anybody to get hurt here.
Right.
And the final one, Brad, is just a hamstring stretch on the chair. You can You can even just go lean forward like this and kind of lean and keep your body straight. You can stand up and put it up on a chair like this and stretch like this. There's just a lot of ways to do it, but again, we want to stretch out the hamstring too. Again, you can do this a number of times a day. You know, with a little practice, you'll get it down to about 3 minutes.
Right, and you'll have it memorized in a matter of 10 or 15 reps or less.
All right, now these are some of the exercises you can do in bed or on the floor, and some of these you can do for a longer period of time. A good one to do, this is almost universally I saw Brad mentioned in pretty much all the programs I saw.
Sure.
Is a prone prop. So you're going to lay down like this, and again, because your back is starting to tighten into flexion, you just want to get up on your elbow like this.
And get that reverse.
Yeah.
Reverse
And
motion
just,
there.
this is a good one to, at the end of the day, to go ahead and watch some TV. 10 to 15 minutes you can stay in this position. This is probably one of your biggest deterrents to flexion.
Right. If you want to put a pillow under your chest because it's more comfortable, that may be an option.
Sure. All right, next one, Brad. Then you can go right up into cat camel. Again, trying to keep mobility in the spine as long as we can here.
Yeah.
So I'm going into flexion, and then I'm going into a little lordosis here.
Sure.
And you can even go with your head. I'm going down with my head, up with my head.
Right.
And I'm sure I'm blasting on the mic right now.
There you go.
Okay, next one, Brad. Supine rotations. So we're going to go ahead.
Supine.
I'm laying flat on my back.
On your back, supine, yes.
You can wake up in the mornings and do this one. You're just going to rotate back and forth
Bob.
here.
Knees are going back and forth.
Keeping the shoulders down.
Right. Look at the hip. The hip comes up here and then on the other side as well. That's getting that lower spine and that thoracic spine to rotate and get a little stretch. Very beneficial.
All right, then we're going to go right from that, because we're in this position, just doing some bridging.
Yep. Butt up.
Getting a little strengthening and also getting a little straightening of the spine again.
And, if you can get it up like Bob's got it straight, so everything is in line, you can see how that is in line. You may not, some people have a hard time with that initially, but that's where you want to work towards.
Right, that's what the goal you want to work for is right. All right, Brad, I need another pillow.
Yes, you do, Bob. Here, hook shot. There you go.
All right, so we got 2 pillows here now underneath you. And now we're going to do a little bit of strengthening. So we're going to go ahead, and you can actually have a roll towel here. Do we have a roll towel,
Oh,
Brad?
Bob, just relax, Bob. I'll get you one.
All right.
Something to keep your head in so that, and you're going to, the size of this towel is going to depend on your neck flexibility. Some people, if they're more advanced, you're going to have to adjust it so you're comfortable.
So again, this one is more for strengthening the back, Brad. Yeah, it's a good strengthening program. You can just start with one arm if you can't do much. You can go to 2 arms. Hold it for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can go opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a good one to do start for some strengthening. I saw one guy, Brad, that actually just kind of worked on swimming here in this position.
Yeah, so you're really getting some mobility in the shoulder blades and the scapular area as well as strengthening.
Right. All right, next one. Do you want to show this one, Brad, the foam roller supine?
Yes, I do.
This was another one that almost every program I saw recommended doing this one. It's just, you get a foam roller. We have them down listed in our preferred products section down in our description if you want to look at it.
Yeah, a low density one that's more comfortable. It makes a big difference, particularly when you're going right down the middle of the spine on your spinous processes.
Yeah, this one's not quite as hard, basically. Little difficult to get onto it. And
There we go.
the point Brad made, you just said you had a patient that his head was up, it would never have come down like this.
Yeah, he was already advanced, and there was no way he could get his head like that without being painful.
You could put a towel or something down there. OPTP, they have these arches too that you can put by and they can put on there. And give it.
That works.
But
Big
they
difference.
highly recommended, this is another one that you just, because look how it's expanding the chest and straightening the spine all at the same time, and you just lay on here at the end of the day. Just a good one to, if you want to do a passive way of approaching this, I would just do the prone prop, the one that we were showing at first, and then do this one. I mean, if you just did these two, it's going to give you you're going to go a long way towards keeping yourself out of trouble.
Right. I like this. Gravity is doing the work for you here. You can just relax and think about how the day went or what you're going to do the next day, and just let gravity work with your
You
spine.
can do your meditation. You can, yeah. Brad, let's pull this out, and then can you just do some diaphragmatic breathing
Oh,
in this
sure.
position? So again, because it can affect your ribs and your breathing, they also recommend working on diaphragmatic breathing. So whenever you breathe in, you're actually expanding the diaphragm, which means your belly is coming out. So, so when he breathes in, the belly comes out, the chest doesn't expand, the belly comes out, and then when he breathes out, a lot of times we have people like blow through like they're blowing out a candle. That's when the belly goes down. So it's something that takes a little work on, but it's a good one to finish up with. Again, getting a little mobility in the ribs and also doing the diaphragmatic breathing. Well, Brad, for once, I don't think we went way over our time limit
Yeah,
here. So.
that was, and there was quite a few numbers there. We did good.
It was good
Wow.
time management. So make sure, again, if you have, since we gave you 1 extra second now, go and subscribe to us if you haven't already. So thanks a lot.
Good luck with the stretches.